Legacy. What?
He literally threw the nade at the ground, threw a smoke down. He saw the smoke, so I guess he assumed the nade blew up, and he just ran into the nade. Oh, and Awakens Purifier gonna go to waste right there as the gravity vortex sucks him in. Jesus, sliding. Oh my gosh, the shots are clean as can be. And it is going to be, obviously, Zygnus making their way up to 220 plus. You look at the back of the map, there's a couple Cold Showers players right here. Is Legacy. Clean slide right there. That should... No, the spawns are not secured. The Tio spawn
Hola, Chochi, ¿cómo estás?
It's all Zygnus here still, even with the Cold Showers players nearby. They're trying to break that 100-point mark. Legacy able to take down one, but the Claw not going to find a whole lot of value, and that should put Zygnus in the place to go ahead and load this one out. Legacy suicides again.
Ends up getting shut down. Legacy last alive, pushing on in, trying to delay as much as possible. Got Awaken in the back, finds a two-piece, has to reload.
Hey, la gente de Facebook, les tengo una misión a la gente de Facebook y a la gente de YouTube. Una misión importante. Y es que estamos cortos de horas. Aquí entró. Drink. Estamos cortos, muy cortos de horas. Entonces yo les agradecería mucho si se pasan para acá para atrás. Somos 200 personas, pero queremos mantener esas 200 o más durante 2 horas. Entonces, si se pudieran pasar para acá para la aplicación de Trovo y ver el directo desde Trovo, crearse una cuenta aquí en Trovo y ver el directo desde Trovo, me haría un gran favor. Buenas, King, ¿cómo estás? ¿Es en vivo o puro relleno? No, no es en vivo, es retransmisión. ¿Cuál relleno? What the fuck? ¿Qué significa puro relleno? Igual yo no les voy a cerrar aquí en esta plataforma, ni en Facebook ni en YouTube, pero me apoyan mucho si se pasan para acá, porque no voy a leer un carajo allá. Saludos. A ver, vamos aceptando toda esta parte de aquí. Voy a leer solo aquí en Trovo, ¿ok? Aquí si me pueden apoyar aquí leyendo en Trovo. Juega, manín, al rato. Ojito, muchas gracias, Lupita, por ese sub. Muchas gracias. Ahí yo les dejé el link en la descripción y les dejé el link fijado en YouTube. Hey, hola Tavo, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido, muchas gracias. ¿De cuándo es? Hace 2 días. Bueno, ¿y quién ganó Parka? Pues ganó La Paz. Yo no he visto los matches. Hola Juancito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Voy a jugar? Sí, a rato voy a jugar. Muchas gracias, Failetero. Muchas gracias. Hola Lupita, ¿cómo estás? Ganó Bobby Place. Oh. Okay. Hey, estas partidas van a estar finas, porque New York Line últimamente viene trayendo buen nivel, Viene trayendo muy buen nivel. Así que vamos a ver qué pex. Cold Shower en la de Latinoamérica casi le gana a Tribe. Así que vamos a ver qué pedo con New York Line, Ya los Spain, saluditos Spain. ¿En qué hora son las partidas? Pues acaban de ponerla, pero pues... Yo sé que tú... Ah, mira ya. Empezaron ahí.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter up against Zygnus, right?
Yeah, I think some of it was score streaks and operator, but
Se llama Bobby Plays. Bobby
mostly the
Plays.
kilo
Gilberto.
catch there. So he's been one of the more
Bobby
solid players.
Plays.
And oh my God, did I really just see a
No sé
chopper?
si yo como eso aquí entró igual.
Maybe, you know, they say the chopper's meta, so.
Compartan el directo, compartan el directo. Igual repito, si la gente de Facebook si se puede pasar para atrás. Estamos tratando de mantener aquí 200 views durante 2 o 3 horas. 2 horas. Porque yo sé que 3 horas no se van a quedar, pero por lo menos 2 horitas que se queden aquí. El Jaon está jugando muy bien, loco. Ya lleva tiempo ya jugando bien. No sé, siento que es buen fichaje de Nysl. Han dado 1000 para Eevee. Vamos por esos 250, pásense para acá para Trovito. El Bey jugando con escopeta, what the fuck. Ah, no, es la UL, what the fuck. Se parecía a la escopeta. Diablo es el pequeño boludo. Mira el dios, loco, de Tonic. Ah, el que tiene escopeta. Sí, tiene escopeta, what the fuck.
It doesn't like truly feel like a Nero playstyle. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
Nada más lo usaba en Summit, supuestamente. Es que esa escopeta mata más apuntando que de cadera.
So they're not going to be able to get the break back. Marshy slides through. He's going to get traded out as well. NYSLM able to get the break here on P2. So we know they've been victim to some slow starts in the past when it comes to hardpoint, but at least for right now, looking pretty solid right here as they're going toe-to-toe with Tribe.
También New York Line tiene un roster ya fino, loco,
Completely different story.
Porque me reba lo bestia, loco. Space, bestial, loco. Nero es bastante bueno para los BD. Carliños, una bestia, loco. Y el Jaon, mames. El mejor jugador de XPL. Traen buen equipito, Ellos puede que den sorpresa en el mundial, loco.
Obviously the grand finals of the North American finals, and well, they are so far holding down pretty well, but it's Carlos coming in from behind with the claw, finds 3, Bobby. Oh, yawn, that's rough. Actually got in the building, still died to the Predator missile. Quite painful.
La HS de Rafa.
They find themselves a big re-break on the hill.
¿De dónde es? ¿De qué equipo? Era del equipo de XPL. Y luego se convirtió en Trucker Gaming y luego se convirtió en otro equipo. Y todo raro que no recuerdo cómo era. La fase 5 es a principios de diciembre.
Picking up the rest of the scrap time. We'll see what Tribe can do on this setup. Is obviously NYSL not quite close enough to apply that pressure yet. They're making their way through Broken Wall. Gonna be player 4 in Jez. Trying to stop this rotation on the backside. Not gonna be able to connect on the initial shots, but able to find the second Nero. Does find one. And he's going to be able to at least stay alive over here on the backside, as that'll give gas station spawns to NYSL.
Mira, yo digo que meten a Nero por Little B, loco. Ay, Dios mío, loco. Ese pinche equipazo, cabrón. Maldito equipazo, cabrón. Ellos van a tener un equipazo para el mundial, loco. Estás claro, loco, que con el Little B va a ser un equipazo eso, loco.
And that's going to allow Tribe to continue to extend this lead once again. It's been a very close game.
Aquí es el grupo de WhatsApp, por si te quieres unir. Creo que sí mandan muchos mensajes.
Things out for their favor, and now as P1 gets ready to open, you can see Mayhem. They've already started to make their rotations over, and well, that should be a free kill for Ravolo, but Bolu gets the turn. Nero's there for the refrag. And it's looking right now like Mayhem may get the time on the hill of the opening of this P1. But Big drops down behind, drops down into a grenade. Oh no! Poor Big. Oh, that's rough.
Well, that's a fat feed for NYSL. That goes ahead and clears out some room over on P1. Carlos got a Goliath ready to go if he wants it. And two-piece drops Bolu and Vague there as well. Single-handedly holding down this hard point. And he has more time on the objective.
Maldito Carliño, maldito Veneco. La verdadera presión de Venezuela.
12 that they have an actual hard point time. He is going to work right now, and his performance definitely keeping them in the game. Is going to be Tectonic clearing off the hard point. Probably an unnecessary chow right there. That opens things up for Tribe, and they're going to continue to get that scrap time.
Se van a jugar en el celular de todo el mundo, de los personal. No sé por qué no jugó Little B, la verdad. Pero pues con Little B se refuerza un chingo el equipo. Y fíjate que le están dando batalla, loco. Igual a Tribe siempre le van batalla al principio, pero mira la batalla que le están dando, loco. Imagínate con Little B. No, más cabrón todavía, loco. Yo digo que con el Little B le pueden hasta sacar mapas a Tribe y mucho más cómodo, cabrón.
Got some major buff power recently with I don't know if it was not intended for it to lose damage on the bounce, but I think they removed that damage loss and
ese Goliath no dura nada, si ese Goliath tiene ahí mitad de vida.
But right now Mayhem doing a great job, and Carlos is just crying right now, honestly.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of getting good value out of these Goliaths. Vague pulls out the claw,
Vague es una ratilla,
to take that down, but Nero trays him out immediately. And NYSL playing this about
ya duró,
as well as we've seen
casi todo el
out
punto.
of them, especially in recent seasons. Carlos is going to get traded out right there, and it looks like both teams going to go ahead and forfeit that point time. It's Marshy on the early rotation to next.
Si te respondí lo del celular, Alonso, no seas dramas. No seas dramas, no seas dramas.
That trophy down, so the nades in through the windows going to be slowed, at least for the time being. That's the importance of the gravity vortex. Cutting off that choke point, you only got one easy point of entry, and outside of that, your teammates should be able to lock down things on the outside. So Marshy soaking up the hard point time right now. Sprays across mid, not quite going to be able to connect.
Timing.
NYSL player hopped up, should have had a kill. Marshy turns, takes down Yawn, and that's going to be a huge one to allow Tribe to continue.
No mames el timing de nuevo.
Yep, and it's a very close game right now. Again, I think this Mayhem team has come a long way.
Qué buena partidita, cabrón.
Early on in the season. And I think it's showing, because again, a lot of people didn't even think that Mayhem was going to make it to stage 5. Obviously, they were able to do so, taking down Cold Shower in the process. And now, they're actually going fairly toe-to-toe with Tribe.
Mira, Tribe juega muy bien el punto ese de Market, cabrón. Lo que es Blue y Market, Tribe descuenta mucho en esos dos puntos, loco. Pero pues, bueno. Ya tiene el punto de Tribe. Ah, no, lo tiene Nysl, todo pendejo. Estaban viendo estaban mirando el mapa al revés.
Jez is the only one that's able to stop him right there, but he was on the verge of building some more streaks.
Tornillo era adentro, loco. Está difícil sacarlos,
Absurd sprees on this map so far.
¿Es en vivo o no? Es de ayer.
27, leading the lobby right here against the number one team.
Esa pinche garra está bien rota, loco.
You could make the argument number one COD mobile team in the world. Obviously, we've got stage 5 to prove that one, but man, he is looking absolutely phenomenal for them right now, and he's going to try to get some information with that claw, but a double push out of Tribe on the top side, going to immediately break on through. Not a whole lot
se rifaron ahí,
defend, and Jez with that claw,
no, ese clavo ahí va a ser una opción, cabrón.
And another player gets shut down as Tribe breaks through.
Hey, cuidado, que le saquen el mapa, loco. ¿Qué torneo es? La final de la Moy Mejor. Ey, la gente de YouTube, la gente de Facebook, pásense para Trovito, apoyen ahí con la view. Ya somos 232 personas. Vamos a tratar de llegar a las 250 o a las 300 si se puede. Pásense para acá para Trovo, créense una cuentecita. Me apoyan mucho con las horas haciendo eso, loco. Son 2 horitas nada más.
I think a lot of people would have laughed at you, and well, they've come a long way this season, and they're looking to prove it. They're looking to prove that it's not a fluke they got that stage 5 spot.
¿De dónde saca tantas kills de Tony, cabrón? Nunca se ven las kills que saca de Tony. Literal, lo descuidas medio segundo, cabrón, y tiene 180 kills.
Yawn's gonna knock Bolu off of a fresh claw there, and Yawn catches 2 off as well.
Ooh, Nero on the backside gets spotted out. I thought Space just slid past him. That's exactly what happened.
¿Cuándo jugará Warzone? Cuando saca.
240 heading over into P2. So obviously they've got the advantage right here. NYSL has the early rotation, but players getting shut down left and right. They've got close spawns, but they don't have the hard point. That's what you need right now. The contest is here. Tribe looking to break. Tectonic with Purifier in hand. Purifier versus Purifier. NYSLM comes out on top for the time being. Carlos able to shut down one, looking to hop in the top side.
El spawn bueno los tiene en nivel Zygnus, loco. Eso tenía que haberle ganado ahí, loco. No, hombre.
Away from the kilo, which we haven't seen happen in a hot minute, but Space gets knocked out the top side. And that should be the break for Tribe to be able to close this one out. Carlos
se lo culió.
once again doing everything that he can, but the pre-fire shots not able to connect. And NYSL players now scrambling to try to make their way on in, but Tribe there to counter. A great fight out of NYSL,
una partida, cabrón.
Quite enough
Sí,
to
del Tony fue el nivel
Tribe,
Zygnus, loco.
and they take map 1.
Y buena partidilla, cabrón. Pero ahora mismo, si tú metes a Tony en nivel Zygnus, se vuelve el nuevo Tribe, loco. Estoy seguro de eso.
But a 250 to 119, a very, very solid game between these two teams.
Es que ese tipo es la bestia, loco. El bebecito. La bestia es bebecito. Mira todos los de Tribe, loco. Casi todos negativos, menos Yes y Tectonic. El cariño está jugando bien con BJ, No sé, Alfonso. De pronto. ¿Ves? Por eso no te leo, Alfonso. Por eso no te leo. Porque empiezas con tus cosas. Tener presencia de la Champs. De hecho, no es por comprometer a Kikín, pero Kikín, el staff de UD, me dijo que me iba a pagar el vuelo, supuestamente. A no calorina para la Champs. No es por comprometerlo. Pero él dijo eso. Dijo que UD invita.
NYSL's best mode, but they've lost so many like winnable search and destroy maps recently that I feel like on some maps it's just kind of.
Pero desde cuando siempre fue malo. No mames. ¿Qué acabas de decir, Alevaro? Si Tectonic siempre. Tectonic era el pilar de New Zygnus y ahora es el pilar de Tribe. Y era el pilar de Tribe antes también. ¿Cómo vas a decir que era malo si el año antepasado, o en la primera Champs o en la segunda, no sé, se llevó el MVP de la Champs? Se llevó el MVP de la Champs. ¿Cómo va a ser malo?
You got Jez sniper presence, and then the slaying power across the board, Marshy, Bolu, and Vig. There's not really a weak point in any one game mode. It's just a question of, for the opposing teams, if they can step their game up to the point of taking a map.
Y que si quiere ser interesante. Tal vez no era malo, pero no juega así. Cabrón, te estoy diciendo que se llevó el MVP de la Champs. Para llevarte el MVP de la Champs, tienes que ser el mejor. O sea, si no eres el mejor, no te vas a llevar el MVP de la Champs.
If NYSLM can literally just agreed with me
todo esto habla ahí.
Good. Connectivity issues, maybe some device issues. Yeah, it's really just Marshy right now, so.
Bueno, pero ya la empiezan o qué?
Tough to play COD Mobile when your phone is turned off.
Okay.
Thank you guys for your patience. Safe travels, Little B.
Es en vivo, no. Si fuera en vivo no lo pudiera echar o sea, no lo pudiera adelantar. Cuando estuvo en Nysl no era bueno. Cuando estuvo en Nysl llevó una final.
Bomb spotted. Vague rocking the R9 again. We've seen people rain terror.
¿Crees que Lucasin está infravalorado?
With the R9 before, so we'll see what he
No,
can
what
do.
the fuck, si todo el mundo respeta bien cabrón a Lucasin.
Who do you expect to win a search and destroy here on Summit?
I mean, probably Tribe. I don't know. It's this is just a very different look than I've ever seen out of NYSL. Like, I didn't know Jan could snipe. A kilo on Summit feels very, very random. Jan gets spotted out.
No mames.
I feel like somebody should have been watching something right there. It is going to be NYSL getting the better of the trades off the start. Vegan Tectonic get taken down. Once again, Jan was like as exposed as can be, and that was just an absolutely free kill. So it is Tribe fairly pushed back right now. You got people waiting in spawn. The only one that's not is Bolu, who's just sitting on that head glitch on the inside. And to be honest, like, if NYSL had made a play through control, he's probably dead right now because they have zero information. And I'm not entirely sure what Tribe's working right now. This is an unusual look.
Well, it is hard to say, but Tribe, they've lost out on a 2v1 trade. They did take down Jan, but they lost Tech and Vague, who have been two of their most solid players when it comes to...
Nysl juega muy bien los BID. Juega muy bien los BID, cabrón.
Vague has been probably one of the stronger search and destroy players this season, in all honesty, but... I don't know, maybe that's just because Vague has just turned out to be such a really solid player overall, I don't know. Either way, we do get another kill coming through out of the side of Tribe, which does bring us back to a 3 versus 3. Very, very doable.
Ya, Rocky, no te quieras robar el show.
Position is going to be very important here. You've got, we played it on the outside edge of bomb. So, Mayhem, they have the gondola cleared here, so they know that you've got to be playing up towards building or up towards the snowy path. Marshy pops the corner there, finds one, can't find the second gunfight. Now it's Raballo.
Entonces no le va bien en BID. Sí le va bien, pero pues cada equipo tiene su fuerte, ¿sabes? Por ejemplo, el fuerte de UD es control y BID. El fuerte de Tribe es hardpoint. Tribe no pierde hardpoint, cabrón. Y control, ¿sabes? Y Nysl juega muy bien los BID y los controles. Entonces cada cual tiene como que su fuerte, ¿sabes? Eso no quiere decir, obviamente, que pierdan mapas en su fuerte. Por ejemplo, no sé, UD le puede ganar hardpoints a Tribe, Tribe le puede ganar controles a UD, Tribe le puede ganar BID a Nysl. O sea, todo puede pasar, pero pues, es el fuerte de cada equipo, ¿sabes? Es donde se siente más cómodo.
Renetti not going to connect onto Raballo, and NYSL man advantage once again.
All right, well, this is a big opportunity for Mayhem to take a round back. We do have bomb in the hand of Bolu, but Bolu gets fried, walks right into Raballo there.
Yo lo veo 15 kills, 5 kills en 2 rondas, cabrón.
I don't think he's at like too big of a risk there, but with Nero rotating over, the good call, the good communication coming out of Mayhem, we're going to lock that one down and tie things up 1-1, and this is a big must-have map for the side of Mayhem. I don't think you can realistically...
El Jess juega muy bien los BID, loco.
Search and destroy and control. Then again, I did say the same thing about Tribe versus Zygnus, and Zygnus managed to...
Y el problema también de Tribe es ese, pero por ejemplo, Tectonic juega sniper a veces, loco, y Jess también juegan bastante bien a veces. Por ejemplo, hubo un standoff, hubo el mapa de standoff que le ganaron BID a... El BID que le ganaron en standoff a Tribe, a UD, Tribe, en Champs, Se rifaron machín Tony y Jess, loco, sniper.
If we don't see a kill come through right here with the DOQ, I would definitely like to see a change, because once again, this is not a role we've seen him play before, and especially up against Tribe, you need every piece that you can possibly get. So he's going to look to lurk through control right here, might be able to pick up a secondary. Kilo is probably not the one that he was really hoping to get. A switchblade would have been a lot nicer, and the bomb is going to go down right here, but that gives him information, and he's going to be able to take down Jez. Marshy not going to slide the corner. He's got boxing gloves out, and Kilo out. He's going to leave right there. Marshy's going to get a little bit of body shooting, and it's going to be NYSL taking the lead.
El body shooting ahí,
If you're going to body shoot that much, you definitely got to close things out as well. So,
yeah,
oh man,
right.
Oh, he's going. I mean, now you got to win the search and destroy, because
Yeah.
you can't shoot bodies that much and lose the search and destroy later on. We'll see whether or not that one comes back to bite him.
Well, that's
Porque el libro de vino está jugando, no sé, la verdad.
Something tells me that was a narrow call, or maybe even Raballo. Shoot their bodies! Shoot their bodies! But definitely a big play for Jan, the newcomer to the team. So not to the scene.
¿Quién es Jan? Es el nuevo fichaje de Nysl. Él
Él
era el mejor equipo, el mejor jugador de XPL. Él y Trihan también.
He's looking to prove that Mayhem was the team he was looking for. 2-for-1 trade to start things off for Mayhem here. Big plays out of Carlos coming through, 3 kills on the board.
Pero yo no estaba en UD antes. O lo estoy confundiendo, loco. No es el que dropearon de UD. Ah, no es el que sacaron de UD.
That's something we see often, and Veg gets caught off guard. A little cheeky spot for space with Kilo in hand. That's going to leave things down.
Pero
to Jez
había uno que sacaron de UD que es un blanquito.
And now Tectonic all by himself, looking to pick up that first kill once again. Not what we've been accustomed to seeing out of him, and I'm pretty sure
¿Alguien me puede decir el nombre? Que estaba en Team Mobility. Ah, Ingentic. Ese. Yo confundo John con Ingentic, cabrón. Ya los habrán, no es fino. Es que el pedo con Stug es que no tiene el mismo compromiso que ellos, loco. Stug trabaja y... No sé, cabrón. Stug es muy bueno, muy talentoso, loco, pero lo que le vale verga a todos, loco, ¿sabes? Y a lo mejor ellos, ¿sabes? Buscan ese compromiso de jugadores comprometidos, ¿sabes? Y además Nysl también siempre ha sido mucho de un equipo de amigos entre ellos, ¿sabes? Pero Stug sí tiene nivel, Stug tiene nivel para estar en Nysl, en el principal, en el main. Simplemente que siempre le valió verga.
Bolu's going to be right around this corner. Bad timing for Nero, or maybe great timing for Nero. Tough to tell right now. He's actually going to wrap around the backside. They
ya lo
are
escuchó, ¿no?
back to back right now. And with Bolu tucked away, he takes the shots, but that gives away the information. He's going to go ahead and back up. Space finds one. Can't find the second on to Bolu. Now Nero's the one in the 1v2. He's going to wrap back to top control, and he might get some timing right here. He could potentially drop down onto Jez, and that's going to be a free kill right there. Now down to a 1v1. Bolu's right around the corner. If he slides it right, he might be able to, but Bolu...
¡Uy, cabrón! Casi se lo lleva, cabrón.
And a big round goes through for Tribe. Definitely very winnable for NYSL right there. Raballo sitting on 8 kills so far. He's going crazy on this one. Tectonic
no es que no tenga papeles, sino que los tiene desactualizados.
We'll see if NYSL still has that same level of confidence hopping over to the defensive side, or the offensive side next round. It's a 1-for-1 trade off the start. Carlos very, very weak, and he's just going to stay tucked under the stairway. And now Tribe looking to full send on over toward the A site.
No sacas no temita, pero
all alone right here, and he's about to get absolutely flooded right now. He sees Tectonic around the side, slides the corner, but so many shots. It is going to be Roballo able to find one tucked away in the ski lift right here. The bomb goes down, and the setup for the retake from Tribe before looked very, very solid. So we'll see if they can maintain right here as you got Jez up in the top side holding the high ground. Jan still sniper in hand. He's sticking with it. He's going to pick up a switchblade that'll give him a little bit more, but just like that, teammate's going to drop. Vague's going to take a little bit of damage. That gets them the info, and that should be another round locked in for Tribe to tie things up.
Yeah, looking all tied up at this point.
Está bien pegada la partida, ¿eh?
Find the groove that last round, and now 3-3. We're going to switch sides, and again, I do think the defense is a bit stronger on Summit, so we'll have to see what kind of offense the side of Mayhem bring together. If you look at, just how narrow the map is, this is not something that we really have feature of any other map in COD Mobile. The amount of time it takes to get from a position defending B to have sights on A is a matter of seconds. So, it can be a pretty substantial advantage.
Ese voy por allá, acostadito, cabrón.
Someone's one way or another. Well, Carlos going to open up with one. Jan finds another. Looks like he switched over to the switchblade for the offense, and I actually really like this switch out of Jan. Adaptability is huge for players, especially at this level of competition. But it looks like Roballo into the Lion's Den, man, runs right into Marshy. Marshy puts up kill number 7 on the board. Just like that, it's a 2-for-2 trade.
Oh my gosh.
Ya lo escuchó, ¿eh?
Ah.
Que hoy te escucha y estás muerto, loco. Respiras, estás muerto. Le pasaron el carro ya.
One player around the corner. Jan gets the better of Jez. They know Marshy's still on the backside as well. And the Kilo going to be stronger in the range.
Está muy solito,
¿eh? Tiene
que correr.
Might be able to sneak him through.
Marshy también es bien rata para jugar, cabrón, ¿eh?
Finally taken down. And now all down to Tectonic. More than likely, we will see the...
Aaron, ¿cómo llegamos a que...
Nysl's got a long way to go to retrieve it, and Tech got a cheeky little spot to wait for the...
¿Cómo llegamos a que están peleando en un lado del mapa y el otro jugador está hasta el otro perro lado del mapa, cabrón?
No time.
They can't plan. They can't. Tech's just gotta play time.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think so. And this should be like the easiest clutch for him. They don't even have time to plan. They don't have time to plan. They try to turn around and get the kill.
La latió bien verga, ¿sí?
I mean, that's about as much as you can ask for out of play in time from a player. Big play coming out of Tech. He's gonna secure the round for the side of Tribe. Played the bomb well. He didn't jump too quick when he heard the initial set of footsteps come, right? He didn't take that gunfight. He was just sitting there watching the clock, and sure enough, like you said, even with that kill on space...
Yo te digo, es lo que te estaba diciendo ahorita, loco. Tú pones a Little B por Nero, loco, y es un problema ese equipo, ¿eh? Es un problema grande el equipo de Nysl, ¿eh? Porque por lo menos Little B, loco, se convierte en una bestia en las champs.
And Tech's on the flank right here. It seems like they know exactly what to look for. So
no, Reba lo juega muy bien, loco.
Sniff him out. I believe it's...
No hay que comparar el nivel que tienen iPad y en celular, loco. ¿Comparaciones qué? Y Reba lo juega súper bien. De hecho, lleva 10 kills. Es que más kills lleva en el equipo.
Could have taken the shots right there. I like the trigger discipline, but if he got spotted out, it's not going to matter much regardless. Space gonna get taken down, and nearly gets the turn on to Jan as well, but Jan gets the better of him, and now we're tied back up, this time at 4-4.
Révalo es uno de los mejores equipos, de los mejores jugadores en Nysl. Si no es el mejor. Si no es el mejor, es top 2 de mejores jugadores de Nysl.
Oh my gosh. It's both teams just absolutely full sending it, all utility, all the guns. And it somehow only ends up
simplemente que es eso, ¿sabes? No tiene tanto renombre que... Así que renombre no a nivel competitivo, sino a nivel de que te conozca pues, casual, ¿sabes? Casualmente que te conozcan. Pero a nivel competitivo, todo el mundo le tiene mucho respeto a Correo.
Left to try to clutch up 1v3. Marshy gets spotted down below, but he doesn't want to peek it. Knows that he's got Tectonic to watch his back right now, and they choose to take the 2v1. Jan does have the bomb in hand, and it looks like Tribe pretty content to wait for the plan.
All right, well, Jan in a 1v2, Tribe.
La andan rateando allá atrás, ¿eh?
Go, and they've got a pretty distinct advantage at this point. You know, for them to have an advantage off of
anda jugando bien ratas, cabrón. Ya los vio ya. Anda jugando bien ratas, cabrón.
You can see that there's going to be pretty much two places you can hold this from, at least as the last player alive. You're going to be looking up Snowside, which is where he's laying down now, or the gondola. And the gondola is, if you're the last alive, gonna be a death trap, so glad to see him sticking back.
Por ahí vienen, las dos ratitas. Mira, mira cómo se hacen cover unos a los otros, cabrón.
Yeah, he gets the information, so he knows that he can back
no, ya valió
verga. But trying to take a more ranged gunfight with a switchblade in hand just never gonna really go your way. So Tech goes for the kill, Marshy goes.
No, ya no lo puedes quitar ahí, Basket. Ya aún juega muy bien, loco, para cambiarlo. Y aún ahí hace falta también. Es nada más cambiar a Nero. Cambias a Nero por Little B ya. Y es otro equipo. No, si Jon juega muy bien.
Maybe a little pickup out of him and Nero. Raballo doing everything he can. 10 kills on the board, and once again, absolute chaos in the top side. This time, Nero gonna be able to pick up one. Carlos, another. Tank with the trade on both of those. Two huge kills. It is going to be one-man advantage as Nero drops Vig, and Marshy trying to hit the hard flank right here. See if he can catch NYSL off guard.
Yeah, and if you're Mayhem at this point, you've got to know to be looking behind you. Someone from Tribe has pretty much made a flank play every single round so far. And it just
lo tiene, cabrón.
They have been very on top of it, but it does look like Nero has fallen back.
2 para 2.
Had the information, Space gets gunned down.
Carlos gonna
get the refrag, and that leaves Tech last alive. He's 8 kills deep, but
no mames, se lo va a llevar, cabrón. No mames, el cover de Nero, cabrón.
Back basically Mayhem. Gonna be able to lock down that little cubby. Tech about to rotate in on the Carlos, but Nero had the doorway locked down. And once again, we are all tied up, possibly looking to go into some overtime here.
Yep, definitely a very real possibility. And NYSL looking.
No lo van a ver, yo digo que sí, loco. Es que depende de la fanaticada, loco.
On the top side, it's been Nero with the solo peaks, and he's been able to win a good chunk. Jan's gonna be able to take down one.
No creo que piensen en eso. Es diferente fanaticada de fútbol con el gaming.
Now NYSL forced back. You got bomb carrier just waiting in spawn. Obviously, that flank has come through a pretty good number of times. Vague right around the corner does get traded out, but once again, especially the lower you get in the numbers, the more that man advantage is going to do for you. So, Tech watching the cross. Oh, the timing right there. Raballo's going to be able to sneak through. And that's really big for Mayhem as they now have
links to original stream. He's on Bobby Plays channel.
Back. Does timing go his way? More than likely, Tech saw that. No, Tech's prone to the bag. He spots out Nero right there. That should be a free kill, but can't hit the final bullet. NYSL still keeps 2 players alive.
Over that stair, going to be kind of hard to get those shots to land. And well, Tech tried for it anyway and almost got it. 1 or 2 more bullets could have done it in, but at this point, if you're Tribe, 1-for-1 trades, 2 of them specifically, is enough to close out the round. And Tech is getting ambushed by 2. He's not able to find one on the way out, but the rest of the team is coming in. Bolu finds 1. Marshy finds the other. And Tribe, they're on that.
Yo, qué partida más cerrada, cabrón. Si ahora New York Suliner le descuenta una ronda, se van a 8 rondas, loco. Y vamos a seguir así, loco, toda la... Y te das una ronda atrás, una ronda New York Suliner, una ronda atrás, una ronda New York Suliner, loco.
We'll see if they stick with the aggressive topside pushes. Tribe not going to look to counter there, and it's going to result in Nero getting taken down. Carlos
no mames,
over aggressive right there, and it does not pay off, but somehow We end up in a 2v2 space.
¡No mames!
That's a lot of
¡No mames!
That was not a pretty one, Yon. 1v1
Uno contra uno.
Marshy to try to keep the hopes alive. Marshy,
No mames.
zigzag,
No mames.
I
No
don't know
mames.
who's coming up. Yon, you shot the ball, OT.
¿Qué pido con eso, cabrón?
Huge final round of regulation.
¿Qué verga con eso, cabrón? Y yo no sé por qué Marshy no la disparó, loco. Porque Marshy lo había podido matar. Y Marshy lo pudo haber matado ahí, loco. Y lo tuvo de espalda como 2-3 veces, loco. A un tirito, cabrón. A un tirito, loco. Le hace el slide para atrás y se lo lleva, cabrón. Y el otro estaba diciendo que sentara a John. ¿Estás loco? John ahí es pieza clave, loco.
Now down into a 1v4. They spot him out right there, and it seems like more than likely a matter of time. Bolu's got sight over top the head glitch.
Ah, mira, mira, ahí está.
Now this time he's going to be forced into some type of crazy ego chell if he wants to be able to win. This one does take down Bolu. Not necessarily manageable, but at least more so than it was previously. Marshy's going to peek the top side. Might have seen his head up there. And right now, there's just too many angles that you got to watch. There's no real hope for him right there. And NYSL,
igual la bailada que le dieron a Bolu, cabrón. Ey, loco, la bailada que le dieron a Bolu en la escalera de medio, esa sí estuvo bien verga, ¿eh? Bueno, no era nada.
Because they had a little bit of a sloppy mid-season, and now they're coming through. They put the practice in, they put the work. They've got that energy and momentum of securing a stage 5.
Ya aún era de Team Mobility.
They're going toe-to-toe with Tribe at this point. I mean, even if they go down 2-0, you can't say the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy, for that matter, were not incredibly close. Nero looking for the flank.
Nero, sigue mirando ahí. Nero.
There is someone on the flank, so Mayhem still got to be a little bit wary of that, and it looks like they might be finally catching on, but Nero gonna get gunned down. Jez gets a free one. Yawn going for the gunfight, but Tech is here for the refrag. If he finds it, Yawn's got like 4 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
Qué buen combate, Carlos, ¿eh?
Communication on point for NYSL. They keep Yawn alive. And we talked about maybe a couple rounds back. Wasn't looking like a performance worthy of body shooting. Obviously, they haven't won yet, but he has bounced back big time for them. Now top frag for the team. 13 kills on the
board. No se dejen descontar, loco.
Looks like the bomb gonna go down over here onto B. Marshy gets spotted out.
Qué buena,
gets the better of him once again. Vague should have audio cue on the player down below, but I don't think that he got it. So now he's into a 1v3, and Rabalo's gonna peek out. Perfect timing for NYSL, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
a little bit more overtime.
Y nos vamos a las 9 rondas, ¿eh?
39 rounds, chat. Let's go. All right, maybe not that much, but it is again just turning out to be such a good game between these two teams. And again, I think Search is the stronger mode for Mayhem, but at the same time, I think Summit is a really good map for Tribe. At least.
Uy, casi se lo lleva, cabrón.
And it shows right now. I mean, you got 3 players on Mayhem at over 10 kills, right? You've got Carlos on 13, Yawn and Rabalo each on 13.
Carliño está muy fino, cabrón. Pinche Carliño, cabrón.
Looking like bomb is down on the B bomb, so you know Mayhem have to know that. They killed them during the plant. Oh no, they killed someone.
Al final la están jugando ahora, no. Esto es de hace 2 días, pero yo todavía no había reaccionado. Bueno, creo que fue de ayer. No sé si fue ayer o antes de ayer. Pero nunca es tarde para ver una buena final.
Marshy over on B. He's going to get spotted out. Yawn gets the better of him, and Bolu doesn't get the information right here. Him picking up the bomb's going to give information to Yawn as well. That makes 2 for him. He's now sitting on 16
kills
and trying to do everything that he
can
to
make sure
that body shooting does not come back to bite NYSL. Tectonic in 1v3 right here, and you got players watching the cross. He's going to be able to find
se ve lagueado en directo. Es el directo de él,
creo. It's definitely manageable, especially with them letting him get the regen right here, but the head glitch going to be tough to beam off of. And more than likely, either way he peeks out.
Tetoño es un peligro,
Not gonna be an easy gunfight.
Oh, he's going for it though. Bold challenge by Tech. Bold challenge by Tech. A lot of ego in that one, but you know he's obviously been a player that has proven that you know he can hang with the best of the best and is one of the best, right? So.
¿Quién es el que había dicho de sentar a Jan?
Knows that if he gets that kill and there's not someone else waiting there, then he's got a free path to the bomb. Nero, from our perspective, obviously you can see was back on the forklift, so definitely would have been a good play if he was able to pick off the heady there, but it was a little too strong. Jan played it a little too well, and trades are going back and forth, but Jez, last alive, is gonna fall, and Mayhem have done it. They finally closed it out. 9-7, they come through victorious in the search and destroy.
We saw a lot of 9-0 predictions for this matchup, so for NYSL to be able to
qué buenas partiditas,
did I say 9-0?
Qué buenas partiditas, chavalón.
I think it's a 9-0. We saw a lot of 4-0 predictions for this matchup, so for NYSL to be able to take a map, definitely huge for them.
Que lo que Henry.
Obviously, we knew after that third round, if NYSL was going to win, Jan had to have a big performance. He heated up big time in the later rounds and 17 kills. Gonna lead the way for NYSL.
El Nero se recuperó, pero yo lo veía un poco perdido, cabrón. Yo lo vi un poco perdido, cabrón. No sé, para ese nivel, un poquito perdido.
Tribe on the defense, we actually saw Jez pick up a snipe. I think there's grounds for it, but at the same time, you gotta know where your limits are in that sense. So I think these two teams did a really good job on their weapon selection. They looked for some cheeky peeks, and when it wasn't necessary.
Offense, so typically gonna put you at an immediate disadvantage, and especially
John es el nuevo fichaje de
Nysl.
Nysl.
Against Tribe gonna be that much more difficult. Is Jez rocking the AK-117?
Yes, he's been using it a lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's definitely a good gun, and I think one of the more underrated ones. I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen really anybody using it at all in competitive, so we'll see what he can do right here. But hitting a beam onto space doesn't get the kill, but more than likely the major assist. And it is Tribe winning the bulk of the gunfights off the start right there, as Carlos can be forced back to try to regen.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think Jez has proven to be like one of the most versatile players when it comes to weapons and what is meta and what's not. I mean, if you look back to the time that PPS came out, PPSH, Jez was the only one using it, and he was frying with it.
No, lo agarraron ahora nuevo, Matt, después de la Champs. Porque jugó muy bien con Team Mobility y pues los agarraron. Y hasta ahora no ha decepcionado, ¿eh? Sí, el Jester lo mismo te juega con una AK-117 que te juega con una Chopper, que te juega con un Sniper, que te juega con el Pito, que te juega con cualquier cosa, cabrón. Ese güey le vale verga, ¿eh? Que te juega con SKS. Ahorita estaba jugando con SKS.
Yeah, Carlos trying to lock things in, but Tech on the outside, not going to miss a bullet right there. Jez finds another as well. And 7 life disadvantage, no points controlled yet, and only 22 seconds to work with.
Sí, ese pick lo vimos ahorita. Ese pick donde estaba Tetoño lo vimos ahorita. Está bueno, ¿eh? Ahí mismo lo estaba piqueando Jez.
Both with the UL-736 and Raballo with Nero with the chopper. So you gotta wonder on the offensive side if maybe a little bit more mobility would do something for your pacing and maybe your ability to push on through into some of those control points. But Tribe does a good job of countering. Tech already on a 5 spree right now, and he's gonna look to continue to build that as he, a Goliath can very quickly change the pace of the game.
Definitely can, especially if you're able to get it inside, so we'll see. So far, first blood comes through for Jez, but Mayhem answers back with 2 of their own, all tied up. Now on the defense, you'd expect the side of Mayhem to have a little bit of an advantage here, but again, I think this is a very strong map for Tribe on control. Let's see what happens, Marty.
Yo digo que esta final la debió jugar Little B por Nero. Pero quizás Little B estaba ocupado, tenía cosas que hacer, luego. No tenía algún problema.
For Tech there. Oh, no way you let Marshy win that one, Space. That's a rough gunfight.
And with that, Tech's going to go ahead and pick up the Goliath. We knew that was exactly what he was looking to play for. And once again, with the way things are going right here, looks like Tribe might be able to go ahead and 3-0 this one. They get the immediate B capture. Tech's still on a spree. And right now, they're looking to make the push on over to A with a life advantage as well. So, see what NYSLM can do on the flip side.
No, Henry, es que tú no puedes. Henry, tú no puedes. Bien ratito esta historia. Tú no puedes sentar a Little B después de todo lo que hizo en la Champs, loco. Ese tipo hizo un desmadre en la Champs.
You may have taken the drones out of
Mi
play,
verdadero nombre es Carlos.
Not taken the ability to just pump 100 bullets into paper walls out of play. So some big opportunities here. Yawn finding one on Jez is pretty big for them. Obviously, we had the B cap come through. Now it's a push for A, and well, it's a matter of if we can.
Ese tipo se convirtió en un demonio, cabrón. En fase 4.
They've got a big push out of Tribe coming their way. Carlos doesn't see Tech rotate in, turns just at the wrong time. That's rough.
And Nero knows his job.
Y luego, incluso aquí en... Incluso aquí en esta madre están bien parejos, loco. Estaban 19 ahora mismo, loco. En control. Y eso que trae en control pega duro. 2. Sí, madre, Jisoo es oficial ya de UD.
And we do see a couple kills go through, maybe an opening. That's 3 through right there. Raballo's got a claw. He has an opportunity to shut down a couple right here. We'll see what he can do. Grab Vortex goes out. One shot should connect. No, it doesn't hit Carlos right there. He might be able to get the second, but the claw is out for Jez as well. Tribe wants to win this in a 3-0, but Raballo on the outside going to be able to
12 para 12, cabrón.
Space finds another.
No, esto lo gana New York Sulaño, loco.
For Tribe to work with, even if they can get players through space, turning and burning. 3 in a row for him, and that should be the round for NYSL. You might be muted, Dave.
Yeah, I was. Sorry, I was taking a drink. You know, you gotta imagine that Mayhem have to answer very quickly here.
Modo real, querrás decir tú?
Right? I mean, Tribe, they've got that 5th round defense in the bag, right? That's something that they are absolutely just holding on to and have nothing but potential in. So that is an area where we've got to see Mayhem capitalize on the offense early to turn the tables. And you know that Tribe will then have to win a offense.
Vete con tu abuela, pe.
It can't just be a defense trade back and forth. And right now, Tribe, they're winning out on lives on the defense once again. Carlos coming through. He's been so big for the team in a lot of the other modes, but
yo jugando con ese que dice, creo. Con AK-117 que dio.
He does find 2 there, which puts him up to 8. But with Jez being up at 16, Bolu right behind him at 15. Bolu stepped up big. And what is going on with Vague? What is this? 4?
Maybe the traveling getting to him a little bit. Not entirely sure, but yeah, even in the search and destroy, I wasn't paying as much attention to the KDs on hardpoint, but he's definitely lagged pretty far behind.
Pues hoy no van a jugar ellos porque tienen la.
See if he can pick things up. Obviously, Tribe
tienen la.
Still got a life advantage right here. They're on the defensive side and seem to be in control.
El Dream Team. Pero pues si me quieres invitar a hacer sub en cualquier equipo de esos, que andes.
That is the power of the UL-736. So they get things cleared out. Only down 1 life right here, but once again, the big question, can they get that map control over toward A?
15-15 y la ventaja la tiene Tribe, ¿eh? Esa granada mata a uno.
But Tribe, you know, they're in a position where
no,
they can kind of just sit back at this point. I mean, they can just play their headies, they can play for the defense, and, you know, Mayhem have to come to them. Raballo going to find 1 on Vague, but, again, pushing into these head glitches, into these corridors is going to be very difficult, especially with the amount of LMGs we've got in play, but the claws are starting to come out. Carlos using it to try to get some information. It is chaos inside of this point with 3 claws rolling. Oh my goodness.
And it looks like Jez going with the exact same game plan this time with the AK-117. So just trying to get that.
De allá para acá no le pueden hacer wallbang igual.
Past that wall, the LMGs coming out. Those range gunfights going the way of NYSL and a whole lot
No
of
creo que
kills
se activen
going
los
through.
de... No creo que se activen ni Clyde, ni Jason, ni esa gente por ti.
Pushed pretty far back, and they've only got 6 lives to work with. Space has got to get dealt with. He's going to find 2 off of that.
¿En qué momento le descontaron tanto, loco? ¿En qué perro momento le descontaron tanto, cabrón?
NYSL able to pull out a 12-kill lead on the round.
What the fuck?
And now they're on the defensive with an opportunity to take the control as well.
Yeah, definitely looking like a big possibility for them. And like I said, this does put them in a power position because now they're on the defense and Tribe have to win an offensive round of their own. And that's not easy to do. So we'll see what happens. It's a couple kills that open up for the side of Mayhem. And they may be looking to take a 2-1 lead in the series if they pick this round up.
Yep. Rabalo's got a Goliath to work with, so we knew that Tech was going to have one on the flip side, but that, for all intents and purposes, equalizes, and he's got a Pred missile to work with if he wants it as well. Yawn's going to pick up 2, and Tribe does not have an answer for the LMGs. We question whether or not the strategy was going to be able to work on the offensive side. NYSL showed that it most definitely can, and now we got Space on a 6 spree as well. He's looking to build those streaks, and Tribe players right around the corner. He's going to get shut down before that Pred comes through. Big, big kill for Tribe.
Tienen golea para el punto, Así que yo creo que esta es el nivel Sulana. Si la saben jugar, ¿sabes? Si la saben jugar fino es de nivel Sulana, pero tienen que tirar ese golea. Ya lo tiraron. Uy, y Tribe también sacó,
As operators go, we've got 2 claws and a purifier for the side of Tribe. For the side of Mayhem, we're only sitting on a purifier and almost 2 claws right now.
So now Nero's gonna hop in the Goliath, and that's gonna fill the exact same LMG role, checking that information on that entryway.
Y se la puede llevar Tribe,
We'll see how much damage he can do in the process. If you're Tribe, like any time that a player dies, you gotta wait for the trophy reinforcement.
No, cabrón, ¿qué hizo ahí?
What they call in for the Pred was for Nero, but that was just some very, very unfortunate timing for him. And
oh, Rabalo takes down the Goliath.
Oh, that's huge. And now if you're Tribe,
that's why you can have those trophies.
Es nada más jugar tiempo, cabrón.
And you can see the trophies stacked up, or I think they're stacked up.
No mames, ¿de dónde le sacaron 3 kills, cabrón?
Yeah, trophies are stacked up around Nero, and he's able to just continue getting that information.
No mames, le siguen sacando kills esos enfermitos, cabrón.
He's going to be able to shut down one. NYSL
getting
right now. With the Goliath. Tribe able to find a way to win the bulk of the gunfights, and in a
no mames, cabrón. Mira el descuento de Tribe también, cabrón.
All apart for NYSL. We're looking at the Goliath, but we didn't see the players getting shredded to pieces all around. Bolu now sitting on 27. And right
¿tú jugaste Stage 4 o qué?
Going to be able to force a round 5, and that what we had thought to be a predictable offense versus defense, with the advantage going to the defense, not looking quite as predictable.
Yeah, it has been an exciting one for sure, and now here we are in round 5. And Tribe have a bit of an advantage. I mean, a bit of an advantage. Obviously, we've seen from both teams that winning on the offense is possible, but it is certainly no easy feat. At least not regularly an easy feat, but we'll see.
Los de Nysl tienen que aprovechar para ganar el control, porque en Hardpoint se le va a complicar.
Looks like the B-cap is probably going to come through in a second, but Tech fries one through the wall here. It may not be an LMG, but the Kilo coming through strong for him.
I'm trying to watch back. I guess it was just Tech going crazy with the operator, because I didn't realize it went from 14 to 17 down to like 14 to 2 in a matter of seconds. And NYSL fall apart quickly there. Oh, and they're not going to be able to get the full cap on that second tick of progression as well. So now they're back into a rough spot. Space trying to get information with that UL in hand. But Jez is able to play the head glitch.
No, eso es de drive ya.
Gets the better of him on that gunfight as well. And he's going to sit back and try to regen right here. And Tech's
No,
just going to
Tentoni no
keep
falla,
on
loco, no
holding that
perdona.
angle for as long as he can. Cutting off across for NYSL. Once again, it's Tribe with the life advantage. And for NYSL's game plan,
¿Qué voy a sacar racha yo o Real? Si eso era un caos.
They don't have a whole lot of time to do it.
Pero me hice 4 en una ronda.
Yeah,
Así que
right,
chinga tu madre.
but Carlos pushing on up, finds one. Unfortunately for Nero, he's low, and Marshy pops the corner, finds him as well. 5 life advantage, 10 seconds left on the clock.
Ya con eso vengo.
Looking like Tribe might have finally been able to find a way to shut this one out. We have one player get on the hill, but he's immediately dropped by Tech. Tech drops another. And that is going to be it in the
Ya, eso es drive.
3-2 fashion. Tribe find the control and finally close it out, but again, Mayhem are just putting up one hell of a fight here, Bobby, all night long so far.
Yep, it has been back and forth all the way through.
Sin mobility, Sony.
Goodness gracious.
Ya, Rocky, no empieces, por favor.
That defensive round definitely looked winnable, but I mean, once again, looking back, I think it was Tech tearing things up. We'll take a look at the kill counters because it all happened so fast that I couldn't really keep track. But Tech going 30 and 13, quite a score right there. And over on the flip side for NYSL, the fact that you had 0 positive players and still able to take it to round 5 against Tribe. That definitely good, but you got to stay more consistent on the way through, and especially
Lo que te digo, metes a Little People Nero ya.
Back to bite them big time.
Well, again, I think they've come a long way to stack them up against Tribe, and for all of these games to have been as close as they are so far. That
¿Y quién le habló, Juancito?
Credit regardless of losing that control there, and we're gonna have another hard point coming your guys' way, and that first one was what 250 to 219.
Mi esposo volvió a subir.
Definitely doable for Mayhem to win another hard point here, or win a hard point here, and extend our series even further. Obviously, we're going to 4, so it won't.
Sí, pero Real es bien hater, ¿verdad? Y lleva 2 días quedando negativo en todos los eventos habidos y por haber.
All right. Well, raid hardpoint, we talked about
Hasta
earlier.
Yuji te hizo bullying ayer.
No
No sé si fue ayer o antier, te hizo bullying Yuji. Porque llevabas 3 kills en el Dream Team. 3 kills en toda la partida. Bájale a tu ego. Bájale a tu ego, Real.
NYSL seemed to have solved that problem of coming off slow on the start of the hardpoint.
Yuji, cabrón, con 9 kills, haciéndote bullying a ti con 3 kills, loco. Pero estaba chill, tú siempre estás chill, cabrón.
Obviously across the board, pretty consistent.
¿Tú naciste chill?
If there's one player that we can look for to step up a little bit in the slaying, probably going to be Nero. Pretty close to the
Ese cabrón siempre está chill. No sé cómo le hace.
Obviously, he does a lot more for the team than just the slaying, but
Pero se voy un momentico por agua.
KD up at least a little bit, going to do wonders against the team like Tribe.
Chingo de pomos vacíos, cabrón.
We will certainly see again. The first hard point was very, very close. It looks like these players are ready, and we are getting to the action, guys. This is,
Que no me quiero perder eso. Listo. Ya estamos.
There's potential here for Mayhem to really prove themselves, and obviously Tribe are looking to do the same, but for a different reason. I think Mayhem are looking to prove themselves to a lot of the people that didn't think they had the potential to come this far.
Entonces, ¿para qué preguntas, Delta? Si ves que está en pausa.
They've got to prove themselves as being still at the top of the totem pole. Easy space opens up with one, Nero finds another. And this is looking right now like we
Si tú mismo sabes la respuesta, ¿como para qué preguntas?
Four in the feed immediately following that for Tribe, and they're going to be the ones on the inside of the hard point. Nysl gets one to contest. Tech, ooh, and he's got a cheeky spot in top laundry. Going to go ahead and hop down right here. Yawn's going to peek around that corner, and Tech has the timing, can't quite find the second kill, and Robalo drops down. So they're going to look to apply that pressure over here, but not going to really be able to make their way in. And right now, Nysl focused on locking down those spawns. This is a pretty early rotation, especially with how breakable the spawns are on raid. I'm kind of wondering whether or not this is going to be a play that actually pays off. Especially when you're giving Tribe, what, 50 seconds on P1?
Yeah, I mean, it was looking good for Mayhem.
Bueno, por ahí viene la vergüenza de Tribe. Siempre buchean esos güeyes por el medio, loco. Siempre hacen la misma, loco. No mames, se quedó sin bala. Y lo peor es que siempre le funciona, loco. Sepa la verga cómo le hacen, loco, pero siempre le funciona. Siempre, cabrón.
And that's the thing about, like, yeah, you rotating early is not a bad thing, but rotating 20 seconds early on raid P2, the odds of that coming back to bite you are just so incredibly high. In Vague, he heard we were talking about it. He's sitting on his right now. Carlos is going to be able to push through and able to get the break right here. Vague doing
this.
He can. Rato. And Nysl is going to be able to pick up the scrap time right here. But the damage has been done. Tribe sitting up, what, 50 points already. But a big feed of kills goes through for Nysl. And this time, the early rotations pay off on top of the fact that they get the scrap time. And looking to turn the tides right here.
All right, well, 50-second lead for the side.
¿Viste, Real, que no se ponen donde tú te pones? ¿Viste, Real, que no se ponen en donde tú te pones, Real? ¿Viste, Real? Mira el minimapa, Real. Mira el minimapa. No se ponen donde tú te pones, baitero de mierda. Mira, nadie se pone ahí, Real. Nadie se pone ahí. Porque ahí estás baiteando, tus compañeros de equipo no los estás cubriendo. Tienes que cubrir a los que están en Blue One de los que vienen de AC. No dejarlos morir para luego tú baitearlos y matar a los de AC tú. Ando aprendiendo en el competitivo. Ya me quedará la leche.
Yawn's going to slide through, finds a clean double kill. An unfortunate spawn for Bolu. It's going to be right in the crosshairs of Yawn, and he's looking to build streaks as well. It is going to be Tribe in the hard point. But this tends to be the most chaotic, potentially the most chaotic hard point in all of COD Mobile, regardless. Tribe's going to win all of the gunfights right there, and Bolu finds another onto Nero. Nysl struggling to win the gunfights right here, and Vague's going to be able to pull out a claw here as well, able to find another. And just back and forth, spraying those corners, you know. Somebody's got to come through one of them. He somehow, I think, accidentally finds...
O sea, lo roto de ese operador es que las balas rebotan.
Jez maybe off to a little bit of a slow start. Tribe as a whole looking fairly dominant right here.
Literal, puedes estar no disparándole al mono encima, cabrón, y le llega unas dos balitas así de rebote, loco, y lo mata. El Bolu anda fino,
could
Igual que Rihan y Brasil.
swing things back into their favor tactically, or at least bring it close. So we'll see what happens. But Tribe, they're the first on the hill. Pred missile comes in. Not sure if that was the best kill to pick up there. I think there was a double kill looking over at rings, but either way, Tech gonna clean up Raballo, and well, this one is certainly looking pretty decent for Tribe right now. This P5 lockdown is huge for them.
Yeah, they have been undeniable so far in a gunfight that Bolu didn't have any business winning, but he takes down Space regardless. He said, I want to try out the UL. Jan says, I've got one of my own, so able to beam him off, but the main issue at hand is the hard point time, and NYSL not getting any. I'm pretty sure, like, as that's happening, I'm pretty sure they have a significant kill lead, so it's just a question of getting some type of value out of those kills. It doesn't really do anything for you.
Es que lo que tiene Jan es que tiene tremendo timing, cabrón.
They're gonna look to do that here on P1. Tectonic gonna get the info from the top side, but Jan will reign supreme up top. And finally, some of the kills coming through. They get a player on into the hard point as well. Vague shut down, and this hold's starting to look a lot more solid for NYSL as everybody for Tribe spawning across the map.
Alright, well, Mayhem gotta find something here because we were talking about them only being down.
De Raven, no, Raven es malísimo, cabrón. Y para el tiempo que lleva, loco, y que él siempre ha sido en fondo, debería ser más bueno, loco, pero no mames, qué pedo. O sea, literal, en vez de subir el nivel, ha bajado el nivel. No sé qué pedo.
We've got a Goliath and 2 Predator missiles available for Mayhem. So.
And 5 operators.
And 5 operators, yeah. So the P2 rotation, they don't need to rotate early this time around. They should be in a good spot to really lock.
Pero malo de a punto de yo lo traía el otro día en Summit 7-0. Fíjate si es malo. Yo, cabrón, que soy una mierda.
That's not ideal.
Yep. Bolu on the backside, gonna look to lock down spawns right here. NYSL gets the better at least one gunfight, and the Goliath get a peek off the back, but they make it pay. NYSL does still have a whole lot of operators to work with. It didn't really even have a need to use any of them off that P1 with the map control looking as solid as it did. So now they can pull out as many as they want to, try to get the information, but Bolu hits the flank right there. Big 3 in the feed for Tribe, and that's going to be the break going through. Tectonic on the backside, going to be able to find 2 before he's shut down by Space.
No falla,
and even in the midst of the score streaks, the Operators Tribe still able to get at least, probably even more than 50% of that hard point, and that's absolutely huge out of them to shut down so much utility for NYSL.
Yeah, Tribe have played this this hard point pretty flawlessly, and again, keep in mind, guys, we're going to 4, so it shouldn't be over after this one. Thanks to it being a best of 7, and Mayhem, they've made an early rotation over to Garage, and this could be an opportunity for them to close the gap.
No sé, va. No me comprometas, Kiri.
60, so definitely doable.
Otro día.
But they have to
Cuando haya menos gente.
How are we going to get these players from the side of Tribe off of Lambos? Because that's where they struggled last time. They stayed on the point pretty much the whole time, but they couldn't actually get a ton of time either. Oh, and here Nero comes through.
Le hizo igual, bancaron.
I was not expecting that to be the counter because I was curious. I looked at the setup of the inside of the hard point.
Hey, pero espérate, el wallbang fue.
They stayed on the point pretty much the whole time, but they couldn't.
El wallbang fue aquí a la derecha, ¿no? A ver. Chinga. Oh, no, fue de AC, cabrón.
Oh, and here Nero comes through. Oh, the wall bang!
So that's how they counter that.
They stayed on the point pretty much the whole time, but they
a ver. Ah, no, fue de aquí de medio, cabrón.
A ton of time either.
Míralo ahí, cabrón. Está bueno ese wallbang, ¿eh?
Oh, the wall bang!
So that's how they counter that. I was not expecting that to be the counter because I was curious. I looked at the setup of the inside of the hard point, and NYSL only had players on this side of the garage. How do you get players out the opposite side? You just spray
el peor es que con la kilo es más difícil, loco. Con la chopper sí.
La chopper tiene
atravesar paredes.
He's going to be able to take down Carlos and will remain contested, but Space The quick 1-2 to Tech, and Tribe still able to come through with that.
No, aquí todo es todo se le puede hacer wallbang, Kirin. Este es como madera y como fighting y como Summit. En Summit también todo tiene wallbang, loco. Todo. Factory lleno de wallbang. Hasta Market tiene wallbang.
However, I was talking a little bit about the claw and the interaction with this room specifically. When you dump a Goliath in it, and there's some potential that a Goliath could get absolutely shredded by a claw if you allow your opponents to get the angles. But you can see that is exactly what Jez and Bolu are trying to deny, is that low ground pool side that would give that advantage over to the side of the claw. I think it was mostly just spawns that put them in that position, but Yawn, why are you running in with boxing gloves?
I just don't understand what NYSL's playing for, because they're waiting up in the top side like they've got all the time in the world. Guys, it's 2:47. You don't have time to wait around, and they just kind of sit at the top side.
Se enojaron los de Tribe, ¿ven? Se enojaron, chaval. Están un mapa de ganar, pero por lo que veo,
Nysl en el... sense of urgency out of NYSL right there, and the Goliath called in onto basketball court. Trophies go down.
Por lo que veo, Nysl se le empata, cabrón. En fin, Tectonic.
And across the board, didn't really get slayed out that hard, but weren't able to get very solid holds whenever they had those early rotations, and a whole big chunk of OBJ time for Vig. He comes through with 2.5 minutes, biggest in the lobby by a long shot, and that's obviously Nero probably switching to a slightly different role. His main job was, I guess, spraying walls with the chopper, but only 31 seconds on the OBJ. Pretty uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to seeing...
¿Qué es lo que te digo ahí? El problema es Nero ahí, cabrón. El problema ahí es Nero, loco. No el problema contra los demás equipos, pero si quieren ganar la Tribe, little people Nero. Ay, espérense que todo esto es de puro hablar.
Showing up for the voting this season.
Ahí. No, ya no está baneado. O sea, sí está baneado, El sniper.
Yeah, but 5 minutes in charging is nothing.
Mira, esta gente son muy buenas en BD aquí. Yo mismo personalmente lo descubrí de...
Ah, okay. I gotcha.
I don't know if that's who asked for the charge or not.
Es que Tribe cuando se enoja, loco, es un peligro.
All right. Well, snipers come out. Bolu rocking with it right now is, I would anticipate probably he and Jez can be the two snipers for Tribe, and that ends up being the case. Ooh, I think Jez may have seen the top of somebody's head. Tribe getting the better of those initial gunfights on the offensive rounds. Raballo sneaks all the way through. Nice little angle for him to work with, but he's down into a 1v3. And we have talked the offensive side, historically a lot weaker for NYSL. So we'll see if he can clutch up a round right here, but anticipating that at least off the start, we'll probably see a sizable deficit unless there's some sort of change that they make. But especially with 0 DLQ presence, that's going to be tough to make happen.
We're certainly going to see as things continue to roll on. Obviously, sniper presence has been something that has...
Luego, checa ese timing, cabrón. Checa el timing de mi... Cabrón, checa ese timing, loco. Mira como lo leyó completito, cabrón. Le leyó toda la jugada, loco.
We're certainly going to see as things continue to roll on. Obviously, sniper presence has been something that has shifted a bit on the side of Tribe. See Bolu snipe sometimes, Jez snipe every once in a while. Tech will pick up the snipes. So hard to say, but Raballo, last alive, does find one that leaves him up against Jez and Tech. And well,
¿Está jugando ahorita? No.
Into Tech right now. Tech turns around and Raballo's basically on the chase, and they see each other.
Es que lo que tiene el Rebalo es eso, loco. Tiene muy buena lectura de juego. ¿Ya vio de top? ¿Sabe que hay uno por ahí? Pop.
Oh my goodness,
El otro va a correr, no, ya va a correr ya. Ya va a hacer tiempo.
That was actually crazy. Unfortunately for him, he has no time, I think. Yeah, if he could have snipped him out right there, might have been able to clutch things up, but all Jez had to do.
No sé, Real. Todo puede pasar, pero
Not quite gonna be able to clutch the
Little People Nero está cabrón,
1v4.
O sea, sería buen equipo, loco.
And now, Tribe gonna take the 1-0 lead.
Yo digo que sí le gana a UD. Contra UD sí le ganan, loco. Con Nero. Pero es que no sé, loco. Tribe a veces se enoja y te mete una vergüenza.
Just hop into a bunch of grenades. Yeah, just hopped into a bunch of grenades. And that is going to be a kill picked up for Yawn. First blood coming through big. We have Yawn also pushing up. Could be rotating. He's right underneath Vague at this point. Bolo does get the trade onto Bolu. 2 for 1 in favor of Mayhem. Oh, Yawn, you clearly hear the dinosaur, right? Yeah, there you go.
Knows exactly where Tech is. Gonna give Space the information, but Tech wins the gunfight anyway. Knows that he's coming back, but can't hit the shots right there. And that is a big missed opportunity for Nysl. 2 opportunities to take him down. All the information in the world. And you don't find a way to do anything with it right there. So once again, putting yourself in a tough spot. And Nero struggling off the start of this one once again, still shooting on the goose egg. We're early on the game, so we're not going to think too much of it, but right now they've got to see if they can make something of this flank on the back side. It looks like Marshy seems to have an inkling.
Eso también, Sam.
Through right there. I don't think he got the info. And with that, Yawn might be able to sneak through and find at least one.
En eso también tienes razón, Sam.
It's definitely still doable. Free kill for Yawn. Catches Vague, hanging out on the stairs. Nero rotates over right into Marshy. That's rough. Oh, Tara! Why you gotta do him like that? Yawn had first shot and everything. Still got fried. Oh, that's painful. That's painful, Yawn. Sorry, bud.
That is truly unfortunate. But that's what Tectonic does, and that's why he is your summer season MVP for Mobile Mayhem. So, as expected, Tribe taking the lead right here. Bolu watching from the bottom side to see if he can
Tony MVP de Mobile Mayhem.
with the scope in hand.
De chill.
It's going to be Yawn finding first blood onto Vague. He's yet to pick up a kill for himself, and
¿Dónde está el güey que... ¿Dónde está el Arevalo, loco? Que decía que Tony era malo.
Yawn doing the bulk of the work, and by the bulk of the work, I mean all the work.
No, T-Bag es menos de edad, no puede ser del roster original.
Had an advantage pretty much every time this time around. If you look at the last matchup, I think it was what Search and Destroy on Summit. We actually had Mayhem typically having the advantage, and then things just going back in favor of Tribe off a couple of good picks. And well, Space sees Jez.
Ooh, is that a... It might be a wallbang spot. He definitely knows that he's there right now, but...
Sí, era Solar. El Solar también era muy bueno, weón.
Nysl finally gonna push out
no sé qué habrá pasado con Solar.
there and onto the bomb site. Bomb carrier still on the inside. You do have Yawn you still got to deal with if you're Tribe lurking way on the
De hecho, si me dieran
a
armar un equipo de New Year's Suliner ganador, sería Solar, Carliños, Yawn, Révalo y Little B.
Definitely a well-needed round for the side of Mayhem there, and Tribe. Let's see if they can bounce.
Yo digo que ese sería el...
They got pushed pretty heavily. I mean, it took a while to get the ball rolling, but again, you got to remember that we lost the Search and Destroy on the side of Tribe.
El roster más potente, yo digo.
And again, this is
Space sí también, pero es que Solar, mira, por ejemplo, en toda la trayectoria que estaba jugando Solar, siempre estuvo MVP siempre, cabrón. Ese güey era el MVP de New Year's Suliner.
Close range with the SKS, can't even get the ADS in before dying to the Switchblade.
Well, right now, Tribe's got some nice high ground control. You got Marshy making his way up. Jez
Space por Solar.
He is directly below the bomb carrier. That's going to be Nero, and He's still sitting on a goose egg. Has not been able to find that
¿El
momentum.
chileno qué?
Robalo looking to sniff out at least one of these tribe players.
Ah, bueno, van a saber más que yo.
Nero finds his
Pero
first kill
yo
of
lo
the
estaba
game.
viendo, cabrón, y todas las
In
screams me
line,
las
get the
aventé
high
yo
ground
y
control,
las
puts
vi
bomb
todas
in
las
hand as
screams
well,
luego.
now down to a 2v2.
The fuck?
Marshy gets a little bit of timing to go his
Solar
way.
es buenísimo, cabrón.
Nero barely stays alive.
Era el mejor de Nysl
Marshy
hasta
needed one
ahorita de
more bullet to
Stage 4,
connect
pero no
there to
jugó
get the
Stage 4.
kill.
Al
Now
chile
we
sí sé
may
más.
be into a
Al chile eres un
face-off
pendejo.
as I
¿Quién
take it
eres?
back.
¿Quién
Nero's
eres?
gonna go ahead and rotate all the way around, and what do you know? Tectonic's waiting.
En
He's
primera,
gonna be able
¿quién
to
eres?
take down Robalo, and now Nero down into the 1v2.
Definitely looking for some action here. Nero got to clutch up for the team. It's a 2v1, and Nero's had a
Que me respondas esa pregunta, simplemente ya eso responde todo. No, pero verdad, afuera de broma, Solar era un jugador muy constante, loco.
I don't think he missed a bullet. I think even if Nero had been pre-ADS right there, I'm pretty sure he still would have lost the gun.
No sé, si a mí me dieran a elegir,
Dexter's not
hubiera elegido a Solar antes que Space.
They only have, 5 kills on the board.
Pero pues, quizás haya problemas
right now,
también
so.
adentro.
It is also interesting
Solar no
seeing
podía
him
viajar.
running the Switchblade as his main weapon
No
for
sé
so
por qué
long.
Solar no pudo
He's
viajar.
been, either a Kilo main or Insertion Destroy
¿Sabes? Y creas o no, ya cuando se establece una sinergia con un equipo y está funcionando un equipo, tampoco van a meter a Solar y cagar toda esa sinergia, ¿sabes? Y toda esa funcionalidad del equipo.
Seems to know where Robalo is, but timing not going to go his way. Nero still got the bomb in hand.
Solar no jugó porque no pudo viajar.
Both teams looking to slow
Según
things
tengo
down.
entendido yo, quizás.
Tech narrowly survives a grenade there and well hops the corner trying to get out. Space gets the wall bang, and that is going to be a 2-for-1 trade that is big for the side of Mayhem. They're down right now, 3-1. Now, granted, oh, Space! My goodness. Sometimes you got to wonder why he switched over to the UL. I mean, granted, he put up 52 the other day, but he's just so dang good with the SKS. Gone, taking down Vague, and now Marshy, last alive. I don't think he saw Space, but he definitely just heard Space.
Yep. Well, now he's trying to find an angle to actually be able to take him out. Nero.
Igual ahí es que
Space just drops down. He said, "You're not taking my teammate away."
Igual ahí no hay ni que meter a Solar. El que sobra ahí y se deja ver en todas las partidas, ¿sabes? Es Nero, claro. El que sobra ahí es Nero por Little B. Y tienes el mejor roster de... El segundo mejor roster de Norteamérica. Porque yo creo que hasta mejor que UD. No, atada no, loco. No, batada Acros porque él está recolectando información. Si él mata a ese, pues se lleva la kill, pero luego todos los demás lo van a matar. Pero supongamos en dado caso que alguien más le pushara por la derecha, se puede hacer 2 en vez de 1.
Doesn't win the gunfight. That's rough for him. Robalo's here. Finds the one on the Bolu, though. All Space. All Space! Making things look real crispy. Robalo's there for the follow-up. And just like that, Mayhem had brought things back. Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Tectonic's weak. Does he find a way to win this?
No, para que analista no, es que esa gente no...
Only 35 seconds for
esa gente no hace las cosas por así por fallos, cabrón.
Stadium right here. And this could give some
fíjate, al nivel que está Tribe y al nivel que está Nysl, que esa gente no cometen... Checa. El competitivo funciona de la siguiente manera. El competitivo funciona de la siguiente manera. No es del que sea mejor, sino del que cometa menos errores.
Looks like he's going to be able to get out alive right here. He's got, I believe, both a Switchblade and an SKS. He slides the corner, but can't connect onto the second shot. Takes weak right now. He beams! Another clutch
Simplemente
out of
Tectonic.
Tectonic. One
Simplemente
shot, but he
Tectonic.
comes away with the win.
Why is Tech just so good?
Tu equipo que ahora juega, pues eso ya pasó. What the fuck?
We should really have him on Bobby Talks or something.
There you go. I know the guy that runs that. Maybe I'll put in a good word for Tech.
No sé, Henry.
It's a good idea, man. I'm sure he would appreciate it.
All right. Well, 4-2 lead in favor of Tribe. Trades come back and forth, but Raballo goes big. Finds not only 2 but 3. Oh my goodness! That's the play that Mayhem needed, and now it's Jez last alive. RPD.
Why?
No, ya ese güey está muerto ya.
Why? I can understand the like slums or firing range, but on takeoff S&D?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Jez doing Jez things.
To be fair, he beamed the first person. I don't know who it was, but he beamed
Yeah,
the
it's
first
Nero.
person.
Yeah.
Literal, todos los equipos top han llegado al top
I didn't know that. Well, that's good.
por eso, ¿sabes? Porque van puliendo sus errores, y los equipos se vuelven mejores y mejores porque tienen menos errores, ¿sabes? Mientras menos errores tenga el equipo, mejor es el equipo. Creas o no, todos nos bajoneamos, Juan. Simplemente que hay gente que lo gestiona mejor. Yo cuando me tinteo no hay quien me saque de ese estado mental luego y empiezo a quedar mal y mal. Y por le voy a traer. El Space vive y muere ahí, cabrón. ¿Cómo es el timing? Ahí lo tenía.
It's he's taking little tap shots. Not much of a chance of clutching. I thought that they saw. I could have sworn he and Bolu had a staring match, but apparently not. Bomb goes down onto B. SKS in hand. I'd give him like 1 in 10,000 odds of clutching this. Maybe even lower that if I'm being completely honest. Especially
Tengo 23 años, Adrián.
Right now, just not clutchable. You're gonna go ahead and walk up. Hey, maybe they won't hear me. No, they'll probably hear you. Taking down from above. Tribe 1 round closer to closing things out.
All right, well, it's first to 7 or by 2 if you make it to 6-6. So Tribe definitely in a good position right now, but Mayhem with the defense on their side, you definitely have to think it is doable.
No es el coach, supongo, ¿no?
4 more rounds of,
pero pues siempre son los mismos jugadores.
Here, so.
En Tribe siempre son los mismos jugadores.
Right now,
igual si tú quieres que un equipo funcione, loco, o sea, no que funcione, sino que pues sea lo más óptimo, tienes que tener unos 5 titulares siempre, loco, que jueguen los mismos 5. Se establecen los roles, y cada cual ya sabe qué cubrir, cómo rotar, cómo hacer todo, loco. El problema es que si estás cambiando a cada rato un jugador por otro, y un jugador por otro, y un jugador por otro, no vas a hacer un carajo. Tienes un desmadre. Sí me han dicho antes. El estar, estoy peleando, mamá.
Not a ton of kills, but a big amount of impact kills, and Vega's gonna be able to find one right there. He's been able to put the goose egg away, and now NYSL pushed back down 2 players. Yon saw 1, but not in a place to get the kill, and snipes don't connect for either player.
Bien ratita ahí.
Yon looking for some snipes, but can't quite find anything to connect, and you can see Jez is waiting for that angle as well. Sees the gun sticking out, so they know that Yon's
se la dio, cabrón, se la dio, chaval.
That's gonna be Tech. DLQ Holidays.
En fin, Tectonic.
And Yon 1v5 ain't happening.
Not today, not today. It seems like Tribe's back in the driver's seat. And it looks like they want to end things
Aquí
here.
en detrás le ganas
As,
uno en un
once
fight cara a
again,
cara a tu jefe.
Miro has not been able to find a way to make a meaningful impact for NYSL. And Carlos, don't get me wrong, he has absolutely had some phenomenal games today. I don't want to take anything away from him, but this is not what we have come to expect.
Hey, Titoni lo mismo te juega con el Pito, que te juega con Kilo, que te juega con la Deagle, que te juega con...
He's been one of the weaker spots, as I say that. He does pick up a kill. It is going to be 1-for-1 right here, and NYSL is going to push all the way through to the spawn of Tribe. They're going to hit an information check right here. What was the point of the concussion if Space is going to go ahead and walk through anyway? But now Tribe is all the way, all 4 players just stuck in this one building, and looks like they're content to try to bait NYSL in. We'll see if they've got any utility to work with to kind of force them out right here, but had a bit of stalemate, and Space able to spot one. Why are they?
Ahí le van a meter un snipazo, loco.
Through the wall. I'm not entirely sure what's happening.
Si se están viendo unos a los otros, ¿no?
After like watching where Jez was just staring at the wall,
The fuck?
I'm confused. I'm hurt by COD Mobile.
Hey Henry, muchas gracias por la rosita.
Just, I don't know, dude. Either way, we're looking at the 3v3. Had Tech and Jez traded for Raballo and Carlos.
Tony, Danire. Dorime. Lasile.
Kill number 2 on board. Definitely rough, but good position. But Vake takes down Yon. Spot Lack in there. Now Nero, free kill. Free kill. There you go.
Ooh, 2-piece.
2 kills?
Ya lo genero.
He just doubled his kills. Wait, no, he quadrupled his kills. He was sitting on 1 kill at the start of the round. Ooh, and it seems like he knows that Bolu's right there. He's going to be able to clutch. Oh, all right. You know what, Nero? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I said. He goes from 1 kill to 5 kills in the span of a round. Keeps the hopes for NYSL alive.
Yeah, I mean, you
Sí, antes me gustaba más Bolu.
you apparently shall just
Igual los dos son AR y los dos me siguen gustando, loco.
That's big. Now if we could have Carlos come through and have 4 kills this round. Let's
Yo
go,
me siento
buddy.
más identificado con los jugadores que usan AR.
All right, well,
Porque yo siempre he sido AR.
and I think if Raballo dropped,
Hay gente que se siente muy identificada con Jess.
Yeah, that,
Yo la verdad
that drop
nunca
shot's
me he
pretty
sentido muy
significant. I mean,
identificado con Jess.
Nero
que
must be
eres
listening
SMG.
to the stream, because I said that he was the weak link,
Más
and
que
he
nada.
went from 1 kill to 6 kills in the blink of an eye. He has been turning and burning to the best of his ability and just sneaking out of so many situations he had no business getting away from. Yon's got the sniper in hand. He's looking for information right here. He sees the concuss go across, and I'm surprised he doesn't continue to hold that angle.
¿Qué clase de Randy? No, uso más la Deagle.
He's going to go ahead and hop down below. Pressure is on to Tribe to get the plant down here. And a little bit of a waiting game, a little bit of an information game. It doesn't seem like Yon really realized that the nade went through right there, so the trophy gonna go down, smoke goes down,
Me lo haces, Henry.
and now Yon gets the info.
Luego tengo una acidez, loco, bien
But
cabrona.
once again, not able to spot anybody.
Y
Shoots
eso que ya
Jesse in the
comí y
foot
todo,
right
loco,
there.
pero no mames, tengo una acidez bien
Just
cabrona.
gonna
Creo
be
que me
able
voy
to
a
get out
morir.
alive. And them escaping right here makes the clutch that much more difficult for NYSL. So more than likely, at least a fake coming through on the bomb right here. Marshy gonna drop. They got lots of time to work with, so you don't need to worry about sticking it here. Nero trying to reach it. He takes down Jez with no HP. A little bit of body shoot. Nero has gone from 1 kill to 8 kills, I believe, in 2 rounds right here. And he has absolutely come alive and is on the brink of forcing an OT versus Tribe.
well, this is.
¿Se viene el comeback o qué?
This has been a bit of a crazy game, and we're now in a position where one more round for Mayhem could guarantee us some overtime. Nero, he has sights on 1, sides the corner. Jez, you can catch some of the hands, bro. Nero. Like I said, you ask, you shall receive, Bobby.
Olvidé mi
Your
use.
word is live.
Yo también te quiero, olvidé mi use.
So it makes sense, but
This is like the reverse Bobby curse. Most of the time, I say people are playing well, or I watch them and they play worse, but this time we say he's playing poorly, and he plays better. So I guess it goes.
Explícame
both
qué hay
ways.
de malo en especial.
Right now, Bolu looking for info, but with a man down, Tribe once again put in a rough spot, and especially on the defensive side, you want to find info, but who else but Tectonic finds the opener onto Yawn, and that opens things up. But Space going to be able to take down Vague, and once again it gives NYSL the man advantage, and especially with the control over there on the A
Nero
side,
cerrando bocas.
puts a lot of pressure onto this Tribe team to try to close things out before OT.
Pero lo primero que yo dije fue que Nero juega bien los BID, loco. Cuando dije que Nero era el que tenía que ser reemplazado hoy, dije que Nero juega bien los BID. Pero el pedo es que pues necesitan a Little B, cabrón, que Little B te juega bien en BID. Te juega bien en Respawn, te juega bien en Hardpoint, te juega bien en Control y te juega bien todo, cabrón, todo lo que le pongas.
Here's it coming. Tech turns around at the last second. Oh, poor Bolu. At least he gets the plan off, I guess. Oh, well, say goodbye to your head, Nero.
Tech does not miss those, especially.
¿Cómo no lo vio, cabrón?
Ball is gonna find Marshy and Tech. I take it back.
Se viene el comeback, chavalón.
NYSL gets another one right there. A little bit more body shooting. Whole lot of rounds in a row come through for NYSL, and as expected, they look a lot stronger on the defense.
Si viene el verdadero comeback.
Likely, this overtime gonna be first team that can find an offensive round.
Oh my goodness.
Anthony, soy fan. Soy fan, Anthony.
Do we think we get
de ese sniper.
Out of this series? Do we think Mayhem are gonna bring through the energy and keep
Real bien mamón desde que cuando jugó la no, Real no sé qué pedo, ¿qué tienen el cerebro Real? Se cree bien vergas. Ni es tan bueno. Ni es bueno. En general. Es lo que te digo, lleva 4 días estando negativo en todo.
The difference is really Nero comes alive. Like, especially if Carlos comes alive right here, they potentially go ahead and just win things straight up 2-0. But previously they were playing a 3v5, and now that they're playing a 4v5, they've been much more in control. Now, that being said, winning in offensive rounds is a completely different story.
Lleva 4 días, Tiesto lleva 4 días en 4 eventos distintos y en ninguno ha quedado positivo, cabrón. Ninguno, 0.
But it's still NYSL with the man advantage. He's going to go ahead and drop. Yawn's going to be able to take him out, and we said winner might be first to take an offensive round. Well, the odds are looking pretty good for NYSL right here. You've still got a Tectonic to deal with, but he does not have any type of long-range viability in hand. You know there's going to be somebody in top red over there. And
Doc, ellos están jugando en colcha, bro.
You got Yawn lurking on the outside as well.
Todos retirados algunos.
And should at least relay the info right there. Doesn't even manage to get the kill. Big kill goes through for NYSL. And they may be able to force a game 6.
Looking possible right now. Big round coming through for the side of Mayhem. And we have now switched. They're on the defense again. And while we've seen both these teams win offensive and defensive rounds plenty at this point, Mayhem, I think this is the first time this game that they've had a round advantage, right? Yawn opens up with 1, takes down Jess. Looking for a follow-up. Bolu walks into it. A hit marker. Where's the follow-up? If you take Tech down, you win.
That is the win condition, and there we go.
O sea, todavía ser alzado y tener un historial, pero tener un historial de amateur, cabrón. No puedes ser alzado con un historial de amateur.
Probably a kill that you should have had, but he's going to be able to get away regardless, and now...
No, pero yo sí tengo historial, ¿no?
He's got 12 kills to his name, but with 4 NYSL players to deal with, it looks like we're going to come away with an identical score to that Summit.
Si quieres puedes chequear mi página de...
As well, all players up above.
¿Cómo se llama?
Be careful, don't give Marshy an opportunity to clutch up right here. Nero finally slides the corner, going from 1 kill all the way up to 13.
¿Tú tienes página de Wikipedia?
No.
¿Tú tienes página de Wikipedia o pide mi user?
Another search and destroy.
No, tampoco, ¿verdad? Yo sí tengo página de Wikipedia.
All right, well, big overtime performance out of the side of Mayhem there, and again, you mentioned it. We have.
Y si no fuera este mamón, tal vez sí. Fíjate, está tirando con todo el star, ¿eh? Yo digo que eso se arregla en un versus. ¿Qué vas a tener tú, Real?
Nero being on 1 kill, managed to finish second on the team. That's a
Hasta
huge
Myron
step
yo creo que
up,
tiene más
so,
historial que tú, Real, en Wikipedia.
came in clutch for the team there. Obviously, Raballo with a big performance at 16 as well. Carlos even doubled his kills by the end of that game, so came through and maybe that was the kill that made the difference. So hard to say.
Yo para ti sí tengo historial.
Obviously, Marshy and Tech had
Sí.
a great performance there. The rest of the team, besides that, however, did struggle. You look over the side of Mayhem, and with the exception of Carlos down at 2, you had a lot of even participation between Space, Nero, Raballo, and Yon. It's a pretty big drop from 14 and 14 to 7, 6, and 5. So it is what it is. We're getting another game in the series. My goodness, it's been so long since we looked at the best of 7, and Raid Control.
¿Qué tipo de TikTok? Ey, sí, ey. Aprovechando que hay un chingo de gente aquí. Si pueden seguirme en TikTok, que me acabo de crear una cuenta de TikTok, se los agradecería muchísimo. Tengo que llegar a 1000 seguidores en TikTok, así que si ustedes me pueden ayudar con eso, aparezco como parka.cotm. Parka.cotm. Si no me encuentran así, búsquenme como parka.cot. Igual les voy a pasar el link por aquí. Ya está.
Goodness, definitely a much better, I mean, especially as far as chat standards, a much better matchup than most people expected. So, NYSL, an opportunity to force Game 7. It's not going to be easy to do right here. I'm assuming Game 7's S&D, right?
It's 2 for best of 7. It's 2 regular rotations, so hardpoint, search, control.
Ah, okay.
And then the last one is next.
All right.
TikToker. No, hombre, nunca esperé haberme creado un TikTok, pero pues, la compañía en la que estoy quiere que empiece en TikTok y crear contenido en TikTok. Sí, voy a subir videos bailando, diciendo cosas así.
And then from there, honestly, with the way this map plays, I think there's a very real possibility we could see some respawn sniping as well. Obviously, we haven't seen that so far in this matchup, but with how long the angles are on number 1, the rotation from Modern on over to top sniper's nest above pool, and then on the opposite side, that sight line from.
Eso se supone que es un baile, pues bailas muy bien. Pues prefiero bailar así que bailar así, los perreos. Yo digo que como que este es el prime de un streamer de bailar un perreo. Creo que esa es la manera más correcta. Y estoy seguro que eres seguidor de ahí, ¿eh? Estoy seguro que tu ídolo baila así.
The same way grand finals for every tournament series is.
I think that's just an unacceptable expectation. Know that?
It's best of 7 because favoritism toward NYSL, and we wanted to give them a chance to win. That's the real reason, you know.
Y tú estabas bailando. A chinga vicio.
Because, you know, favoritism.
Gotcha.
Trust. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yo estuve en vicio.
Yep. Well, the LMGs come out. Looks like no
¿Por quién le hablas?
today. Double helos for Tribe, and NYSL sends no defense over to the 8th site. Space finds the opener onto Jez right there. Nero down below, trying to check for information. And right now,
¿Pero qué es vicio?
pretty much a free A cap. He gets 1 kill right there, but you gotta hop on the objective, and just like that, you've given up the most
¿Qué habla? ¿Qué habla el cabrón?
You might have some lives as a result of it, but you get beamed over on the
Hola,
opposite
hablaba el
side.
bigotón.
And all of a
Espera, ¿qué es
sudden,
Vision,
round
loco?
one, it looked like
Hey,
it was
bigotón,
in
¿te
your
vas a dejar,
control.
Tiesto?
You get things cleared out. Carlos finds
Tiesto,
two as he
¿qué es
gets to
Vision?
bounce back off a rough search and
Que
destroy.
te está hablando
That
Real
is
ahí.
a lot to give away that early on.
Yeah, it definitely is, but so far it is at least close in the lives. And, well, you gotta imagine Mayhem had a reason that they were going to heavily defend B first, and maybe that was just anticipating the B.
¿Qué ver que es Vision, cabrón? Te juro que no me acuerdo. Ey, loco, pensarás que lo estoy diciendo de mama y todo eso, pero te juro que no me acuerdo, loco. ¿Qué es Vision?
This might be the fastest round of raid control I have ever seen.
Yeah, NYSL just looked lost right there. I'm not entirely sure what's
Tío, te
happening.
robaste para entrar a Vision.
But to send it,
El Real te está exponiendo ahí,
a single person over to A side. You just give up that much for free and you open the door for Tribe to absolutely smoke you on the flip side.
¿Qué pedo ahí, Tiesto?
That, based on the way the rest of the games have gone in the matchup, was a little bit surprising. So we'll see what they can do, but you allow Tribe to build some streaks.
¿Qué pedo ahí,
as well.
Tiesto? No mames, güey.
He's going to call that in. Still got 100 kilo to work with as well, and it is relatively even trades off the start, but giving away that first defensive round, the one thing that was supposed to be your advantage if you're NYSL, not a good sign heading into this, which could be the potential last game.
Yeah, definitely not looking great right now, but it's possible they could win an offensive round of their own as well. I think Raid is one of the better control maps that we have in here right now. Well, Bolu's going to fry Raballo there, and that is going to stop any sort of progress we could have got from the side of a Mayhem on the B site. And right now, A, just totally locked down by Tech, who is hanging out upside
Ya se pausa, enojó conmigo.
top modern, and pretty much stopping any rotation out of the side of Mayhem rotating this way. In fact, they're not even looking this way. Well, here comes Space, and, well, that's going to be the call-out. Tech gets the Predator missile.
Es que no aguantan nada, no aguantan nada.
Oh my gosh.
No aguantan nada, no aguantan nada.
That's kind of a nasty jump shot, though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Ya están bien, no, si me hizo T-Back ayer.
All right, well,
Chula, muchas gracias por esa rosita. Ayer jugamos Scream y me hizo T-Back. Pero T-Back así como agresivo, ¿sabes? No un T-Back por diversión, sino un T-Back agresivo. Un T-Back de violencia.
Out of the side of Mayhem, Marshy runs out of ammo, but Jez is there to finish it off, and you're not wrong. Mayhem just look lost right now.
I don't know if they ran out of gas.
Un T-Back de envidia como otros por ahí.
20 round life.
Un T-Back de odio,
right there.
como otros por ahí que vi también.
Well, like I said, I just excel in the longer matches. That's where they have beaten a lot of their opponents in the past, and the roster has changed a little bit, and I think it has gotten even stronger to that degree, right? You know, we looked at the roster with
no de envidia, de odio, de odio, de odio. La de envidia es de otros.
They perform better in the long game than anybody else, and I think this roster does even better than that.
La envidia es la del chavo, la del Kiko tenía más que el chavo y lo envidiaba.
Yeah, it'll legitimately take a miracle right now. And like you mentioned, we saw the same thing with. It looked like Undream might actually be able to take the finals of stage 3. They were up off the start, what, 3-4 games, and all of a sudden Tribe pulls out the.
De varios, olvidé mi user.
They do tend to excel in those longer matches, so they come through with a big performance right here. Obviously, this is not done.
A mí no me habla el FAU, ¿por qué?
NYSL gets A cleared, but once again, given that much progress up, does tend to put you in a tougher spot. And if you are NYSL, you have a Goliath in the hands of Bolu that you got to deal with. You get 3 players that drop. That's going to leave A wide open once again. And Tribe just with all the right angles.
Yo no estaba discutiendo con FAU, loco. Simplemente me estaba burlando de GOAT. Y FAU lo estaba defendiendo.
And while all this is happening, Tribe's over on the B flag, and all of a sudden they have captured all 3 zones of B, and they only need
Hombre,
one
se enojó Tribe, loco.
over on A to close this out.
Yeah, and it looked like Jan went to body shoot Bolu there, and before he even got more than a bullet or two out, Tech just absolutely beamed him out of laundry. So that's a little.
El Nero ahí lo vendió, lo de cocina, ¿eh?
So far, lives are fairly even, but obviously with only one tick to go, one good push out of Tribe.
Sí, por eso no jugué y perdieron de la manera más devastadora posible. Por lo menos conmigo hubieran perdido más decentemente. Pero bueno.
If Tribe have a good push here, they could definitely get the break in. There's a bunch of yellow on the symbol and a bunch of blue. I got confused for a second there.
Well, Tech's gonna go ahead and call in the Goliath. They want to go ahead and win things here. And I think they feel confident enough that
pues venía carreándolo todas las partidas de meme. Una más. No era problema.
Long way to march a Goliath through a lot of lines of sight. So Tectonic's going to find one onto space. Didn't even bother hopping into his own Goliath. Nero's going to be able to shut down another right there in Robalo.
¿Cuánto me da mi parka?
Has that claw in play. We talked about that potentially being a really solid counter for the Goliath.
Es que el FAU era el que sobraba ahí, loco. A mí no, a ti no te carría, no. Era 2 contra 5, la verdad. Siempre fue 2 contra 5. Incluso contra Tribe fue 2 contra 5, ¿no?
But if he can find a couple of kills, catch NYSL off guard, they might still be able to win off lives. And they just march right through. That's 3 straight kills, and all of a sudden, Tribe might be able to find a way to come out on top. 2v2, there's no time to work with. There's no time to work with. Tribe hops on the objective. Slides through. Tribe's going to win on takes the progression anyway. And the claw play out of Jez to clutch up in the 3-0.
Well, I was just about to say if,
y Aramis también. Cuando jugaba Aramis. Pero cuando no jugaba Aramis, pues era 2 contra 5. Cuando jugaba Aramis era 3 contra 5.
It was definitely looking like a long shot. They almost had that round, but Tribe came through. Like I said, one good push could be all it takes, and sure enough, they lock it down. And that's Tribe once again. With Ghost support, going to be the Mobile Mayhem Summer 2022 champions. With Vague, who started off the day
en fin, Tribe.
Sloppy to say the least, coming through with
esa gente cuándo van a perder, loco. ¿Habrá algún momento en que pierde Tribe? Esa es la pregunta del millón. Han unido equipos, han traído jugadores. Han comprado jugadores.
Yeah, definitely a very rough control there for NYSL and lots to improve on, but Tribe showing once again why they are the #1 team in North
America. Cabroncillo.
Going into stage 5, definitely one of the favorites. So they come through, big win, yet another North American Mobile Mayhem Championship. That has, for the most part, been the case for most that we've seen over the last couple of months, maybe a year. Maybe more than a year. Tough to remember at this point, but definitely a fun season. I enjoyed casting it with you, and honestly, we're in one of my favorite metas that we've ever had, so it's been a lot more enjoyable to cast, just getting to see all the different diversity, different strategies, and I'm excited to see what
cuando yo esté un 4 bueno se le gana a Drive con vida real. Es que no, va más allá de eso, loco. Va para ganar la Tribe. Yo siento que son jugadores, una, que se ve muy bien, que estén jugando día y noche juntos, que se lleven bien como amigos, ¿sabes? Como ellos, loco, ellos se llevan súper bien, loco. O sea, son compas. Porque una cosa es estar en un equipo y otra cosa es estar en un equipo de compas. En un equipo de compas te sientes bien y juegas bien y todos tienen esa sinergia. No, pero de que si se toxiquean a veces, tío, esto. Lo que ellos sí escuchan, tío, esto. ¿Eh? Ellos sí escuchan, ¿eh?
very, very solid performance. I think definitely better than most people expected out of them. So appreciate everybody watching this season.
Pero por ejemplo, el otro día a un mono se le pasó a Bolu en Farm. Uno el otro día se le pasó en Farm a Bolu y Tony se estaba quejando, loco, porque se le había pasado a Bolu uno en Farm y él estaba en mercado. Pero por ejemplo, cuando alguien le dice a otra persona que está en trailer que le pasan por barriles, ese alguien se enoja, ¿verdad? Y no escucha. ¿Verdad? ¿Verdad, Tiesto? Mira, por ejemplo, a mí me gusta jugar con Bray. Bray no escucha un carajo, ¿sabes? Pero siempre nos decimos así las cosas así tipo... No, se te pasó por aquí y ese huecote, parca. No, y esa baiteada, parca. Y cosas así, ¿sabes? Que te la dice normal. Te lo dice normal. Pero por ejemplo, si se lo dices a otra persona, cabrón, le dices... no, tremenda baiteadota, no sé, real, cabrón. Les chocan el ego, cabrón. Y te dicen, no, marico, que como que te baiteé, marico, pero si yo hago todo perfecto, marico, yo soy el jugador perfecto. Yo debería estar en try, marico. Y así son todos los jugadores, ¿sabes? Así son un chingo de jugadores, loco. ¿Sabes? Tú tienes que buscar gente que tú puedas decir, hey, esa baiteada, marico. Y gente que se disfrute el juego así de esa manera, loco. Sin que si tú le dices algo, explote, loco. Y te diga hasta de mal que se va a morir, que te vas a morir. Háblate una arranquecilla de esto, ¿o qué? Chicos, la gente de YouTube, la gente de Facebook, ya voy a cerrar. Los quiero mucho, con mucho cariño. Les traje un rico contenido para que vieran las reacciones de los mejores, pero con discos, va. Para que vieran a los mejores jugadores jugando. Saludos. Déjame ver que me cague la computadora porque tengo el internet en el culo. Por eso es que voy a cerrar mayormente. Que tengo el internet hecho mierda. Me odias. Ok. Yo sé, mucha gente me odia. Estoy acostumbrado a eso, tío. Incluso descubrí que tengo un hater fan por ahí que es mucho más exitoso que yo. No soy para nada exitoso, pero él sí es exitoso, en teoría. Pero no puede vivir sin mí. Ese güey sueña conmigo. Vive conmigo. Frustrado conmigo. Y es súper exitoso.